Hey, what's going on, man? Some folks to grind. Another day of the dollar, you know the vibes, man. I'm in the kitchen cooking. I'm over here thinking to myself, man. There's always a lot of people online, on social media, trying to tell you how to live and how you're supposed to move and trying to spread their ideologies onto another motherfucker. And me, I live my life through my own ideologies that I've formed years through the internet in some ways, but mostly through my life experiences, how I've grown up, how I've lived through certain things, how I've seen certain things I went through, and I live my life through my own ideologies. That's why I'm not an advice nigga. I'm not a motherfucker who's trying to tell you how to live. I don't really do that shit. Because what works for me ain't gonna work for you. How I see life, you won't see life like that. And I think everybody should live like that. To be honest with you, I think everybody should live like that. It's funny how I was on YouTube earlier and I was watching a nigga. He was saying the same thing. Like, you gotta really live your life how you see fit. You get what I'm saying? Like, you really do. If you want to be tied down to one person, be tied down to one person. If you want to be married, be married. If you want to be polygamous, be polygamous. If you want to be single forever with no kids, do that. Because at the end of the day, like, the way they make life seem like online is not like how it is in real life. It's not. They keep saying that the country is falling and America's this and that. I walk outside every day, it's regular as fuck. Maybe it's just a calm before the storm, I don't know. But niggas been saying this shit for the past 5 years now. 6 years now, going on 6 years. Me, I just live my life. And I live my life based off of my ideologies. Some of my ideologies is this: I am not religious. I don't believe in no religion. I don't portray to no religion. I do live my life by certain things in the Bible, I definitely do. But I don't have no religion that I'm tied to. I'm more of an independent kind of person. I don't like to work in groups too much. I'm not a team type of nigga. I'm more of a solo dolo type of person. I might collab with someone who is on my type of time. But that's who I am. I've been single my whole life because, it's just how I've been, you feel me? I haven't been set up to do that type of shit. And I look at relationships and love in a different way from others. I don't really fall in love with nobody. I'm not looking to be comforted in and taken care of and cooked and cleaned for. Nah. I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe in controlling anybody. I don't believe in controlling no woman. I don't want to control nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind working a job right now. I have a job I fuck with, so I'm not completely against a 9 to 5. I think everybody should try to make their own kind of money on the side. I definitely think that, yeah. It would just benefit you. But if you don't want to do that, you love your job, you love what you do it. You know what I'm saying? Do that shit, bro. I'm not very, how do I put it? I'm not a social media type of nigga. I don't like posting myself too much. I don't like being seen. And it's kind of funny because I do YouTube, but that's different. But I live life through my ideologies, how I see my life, how I see life in my eyes. Because everybody has a different life perspective. But when you go online, they make everything seem so cookie cutter. Like, oh, all women are bad. No, they're not. Or everything is cooked. No, it's not. Because the same people that's saying that motherfucker is struggling, there's a bunch of people out here who are thriving. So what are they doing that they're thriving but the others can't? And I don't want to hear about the race. I don't want to hear about none of that because it's all races of people got rich and poor. So, you got to dead ass unplug from the internet and form your own ideologies. You need to go outside. You need to go touch some grass You need to go find what makes your life work, what you see fit. Even when it comes down to people who, the alphabet niggas. If that's how you go, that's how you go. Just keep it from around me. But if that's how you go, my nigga, that's how you go, bro. It is what it is. Because we all don't think alike. We don't see things the same. We might have similarities, but what I see, you won't completely see. You just won't. And I don't try to force that on other people. I don't. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of why I started doing YouTube. Maybe I could meet people who are like-minded. Meet people who are like-minded. Because I feel like the people I be around, we are like-minded in a sense, but we have different ideologies. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, that's what makes a human a human. And the way the internet is, the way the world is nowadays, you want everybody to look the same, dress the same, think the same, act the same, and see life the same. And that takes the individuality out of life. That's why everything nowadays is kind of because everything is the same. Everything back in the day used to be a little different because everybody thought differently and saw life differently. You had player niggas, you had lovey-dovey niggas, you had niggas who stood to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just all the same. Oh, all these bitches is trash. All these bitches suck, man. But then you got people like who get married, meeting the love of their life, meeting the one woman who fits them. So what are they doing that you not doing? The fuck? That's why I never give up on women. I never sit here and say I'm gonna be single forever because you think I'm gonna be single forever? Nah, nigga, I am not gay. And I'm not gonna live a lifestyle like I'm in prison or some shit. Because some motherfucker told me a line that marriage and all that shit is cooked, man. And I'm a nigga, I ain't gonna cap. I will get married. Yeah, I will get married. I'm not against marriage. I don't know if I'm with the whole government being involved, but I'm not against marriage. I'm not. I grew up in a household. My parents were married for 30 plus years. Still married. Yeah. I would get married. I'm not afraid to get married. I'm not afraid to lock myself down to one person because I'm already a nigga. I don't like dealing with multiple women. I don't like dealing with it already. And I could do it. But that's my ideology. That's how I live. That's how I see life. Other niggas, they want one and then one on the side. I just want one. Even me being single, I've always done one by one. Even if I've always been single, I've only talked to one woman. I don't keep a rotation. I don't have the mental bandwidth to deal with multiple women at one time. It's too much work. Other niggas do. And that's how you rock, my nigga. That's how you rock, but own that shit. That's your ideology. That's how you see your life. Me, I'm not too materialistic. Other motherfuckers, they want everything in the world. You gotta find your own ideology and form your own ideologies and live your life how you see fit. Your code. I have a sheet in my room because my brand I'm trying to build is called 2-2. So I put a sheet of paper I call it 2-2 commandments. That's my code. That's my moral code that I live by. I feel like everybody should do that. Write your own commandments down, my nigga. Your own set of your own code that will help you become a better person. You should do that shit. I have mine. I have it right there in my room by my dresser table. You feel me? Those are my ideologies. That's what I live by. But people like pushing theirs onto someone else. And you try to follow someone's shit to the T, you're never gonna be a happy motherfucker because you're trying to live a life that you're not built to be. You got niggas over here trying to be Mr. Play over here, and then they getting their heart broken every single time because you probably not meant to be Mr. Play. You probably meant to be the one tied down or something. You got niggas over here trying to plan businesses and stressing themselves out because you know damn well you probably was meant to be just one job nigga. That's fine. You probably was meant to be a nurse or a teacher or a bus driver or whatever. That's probably what you was meant to be. Own that shit and do that shit, my nigga. Don't let nobody and then tell you, oh, you need to be making this amount of money, man. Even them motherfuckers, cause you got people out here who make 60K a year and they chilling, and you got niggas over here making 100 racks, 200 racks, nigga broke, because they live life how they see fit, and you need to do that shit. And that's how you play the game. Cause that's one of my favorite sayings, nigga. Play the game and the game gonna play you, and that's how you play the game. You play the game with your own fucking rules, by your own rules, not nobody else's, yours. That's how you play the game, nigga. You play the game by your rules. That's how you do it. You wanna dress a certain way, dress a certain way. You wanna live somewhere, live somewhere. If you wanna stay in America, stay in America. Don't let nobody force their ideologies on you. I'm tired of that shit. That's why I don't fuck with religion, because this is basically some niggas' ideology that they fucking force on someone else. Christianity, Muslim, Buddhism, Hinduism, all them shits is some ideology that some motherfucker created and they pushing on others. That's a lot of dictatorships. A lot of dictatorships were motherfuckers who were crazy to mind, who had their own ideologies that they force on other people, and they really force that shit on someone. Adolf Hitler, Joseph Stalin, Alexander the Great. Was it Napoleon? Napoleon was he a dictator? I'm not sure. Forgot. Then all the niggas in North Korea, they all had an ideology and they forced on others. Just do your homework on it. That's all it really is. So live your life how you see fit, form your own ideologies, and just know when you live for yourself and you live your life how you see fit, you're playing the game, and you're gonna win the game because you're living your life how you see fit. Because at the end of the day, we got free will on this bitch. You got one life in this bitch. So do what you want to do with it and live it the best, my nigga. What my mama? Alright? But that's it, man. I gotta get back to my food. You know the vibes, man. Drink your water, eat your fruits, man. Deuces, you heard?